My boyfriend died on a Thursday and called me on Friday to go pick up my birthday gift. Now, this happened a few years ago. I was dating this guy who was at the time a hustler. So what he did then was window treatment. He does window treatment. Then I was quite young. Then I was working with Airtel, where the whole SIM card registration was still a thing. So I was always going from location to location with my laptop, and that was how I got to meet this guy in a certain location. And he had his store very close to where I set up my stand. So after a few months, we started dating. He was into window treatment, as I said, and his job required him to always climb really high rise buildings sometimes. Now, we dated for about 6 months, 7 months thereabouts. On the 22nd of October, it was my birthday, and I didn't hear from him. I didn't hear from him on that 22nd, which was on a Thursday. I didn't hear from him, and at that point I was already feeling like, why didn't he call me? Why didn't he text me? Everybody was already sending me birthday messages. Everybody was texting me. 12 o'clock, I had my friends post my pictures. Things were just happening, and the one person I expected to be at the top of the list was not even as much as flashing me, calling me, or sending any text. So I was so angry that I didn't want to call. Throughout the 22nd, which was on that Thursday, I didn't call him. He didn't call me. No text. And like I said, I was very angry. So I was in the house. I was preparing myself to go to work. My mom was braiding my hair at the time. And while she was braiding my hair, my phone was ringing. And this was the 23rd, which was the next day, a Friday. My phone was ringing. I saw that he was the one. And in my head, is it today you're calling me? I beg, it's too late. Whatever it is you want to call me for, don't even stress me. Don't call me. Don't do whatever. I was busy in the call. My mom kept on braiding my hair, and this guy kept on calling. He kept on disturbing. She noticed I was busy in someone's call, and then she asked me to take the call now. Who is calling you? Answer the person. I just brushed it. I just brushed it off. I didn't want to respond to him. He called up to 7-8 times. I kept on brushing this call off. At a point, I picked the call. So when I picked the call, and I picked it just because my mom was already, you know what, take this call, it's disturbing. So I picked the call, and when I took the call, he said that he was sorry he didn't send anything to me on my birthday. I didn't even send it, I was just listening to him. He said he was sorry he didn't send anything to me on my birthday, but he has my birthday gift now. Can I come and pick it up? I said, can I come and pick it up? You didn't call me, you didn't text me, you didn't do anything yesterday. Today, you just think you bringing birthday gifts out of the blue was going to solve the whole problem. That I don't need your birthday gift, I'm not interested, I'm not coming anywhere. He said I should come to the bus stop and pick up the gift. And at that time, I was still in the house, so I could easily have gone to the bus stop. The bus stop was like 10 minutes away from my house. But I told him I wasn't going to go anywhere because I felt like I needed a proper apology for not talking to me, not leaving a message, not doing anything on the day of my birthday. I felt like it was too late on the 23rd. So he said I should come to the bus stop. Then I said, you know what, I'm not coming. Whatever you want to do with the gift, do it. He said he was going to work on that day, and he didn't want the situation whereby he goes to work with the gift and stays 1 week before he comes back again, because I forgot to mention that each time he goes to work, he goes out of the area to work. He stays about a week before he comes back. So usually he comes back during the weekends. So I was like, you know what, go with the gift. Whatever it is, just go with it. He said, okay, that he wouldn't go with the gift, that he would leave it with somebody at the bus stop. He would leave it with a woman that sells, I don't know, was it plastic or something? Because her shop used to be a very big shop, so you will not miss her shop when you get to the bus stop. So he said he was going to leave it with a woman that sells plastic at the bus stop, that anytime I come there, I should please pick it up and everything. I didn't pay attention to him. I didn't even know he was going to really leave the gift there. So after I was done making my hair at home, I prepared and I went to work. So when I was at work, his sister called me on the phone and she was crying. I don't understand what she was saying. She first said, didn't you hear? I said, hear what? So while she was crying, it felt like she dropped the phone, because I could hear many voices. I could hear people talking and shouting and screaming. And it felt like somebody else took the phone, because I kept on shouting, hello, I can't hear you. What happened? What's happening? Nobody was responding to me. And the person that took the phone put the phone on the ear and asked, is this Desire? I said, yes. And the person said that he was dead. I said, who is dead? And they mentioned his name. And the person said that he was dead. I said, who is dead? And then she mentioned his name. I was like, how? Then, what happened? He's not dead. Nothing happened to him. He's okay. We spoke this morning. I spoke to him this morning. They started shouting. I think they gave his mom the phone or something. And the woman was yelling in my ear, who did I speak with? I said, I spoke to him this morning. Like, we spoke this morning. He asked me to go to garage to pick up my gift. He got me birthday gift and he's at garage. And for some reason, everybody was just shouting. I ended the call. I called his number. The call log was still on my phone. I called his number back. The number was not going through. It was switched off. I was like, he called me. He asked me to come to garage and pick up my birthday gift. Yesterday was my birthday. He didn't call me yesterday. They said he died yesterday morning. I said, huh? That he died yesterday morning at work. Apparently, he fell from a high-rise building where he was working on a certain customer's window. That's where he fell and he died instantly. So they said he died yesterday morning. That is the 22nd of October morning. That was when he died. And I was yelling. I didn't understand. My body was shaking. My boss had to hold me. I'm like, no, I just spoke to this guy this morning before I got to work. Like, I spoke to him this morning. This is already evening, yes. But I spoke to him this morning. He was begging me to go and pick up my gifts. He was begging me to come to garage and meet him, that he had my gift with him. And I refused. And he asked me to go pick it up from a certain woman. Immediately, I took a bike all the way from Ikeja down to Ikorodu. The moment I got to Ikorodu, I called a friend to accompany me to this guy's house, because the way everybody was yelling, like, it felt, I didn't understand. So my friend was already at the garage waiting for me. The moment my bike landed, we took another bike and we went to his house. So when we got to his house, from the streets, because he was a young guy, from the streets, you would see people were bailing, people were crying, people were like, everywhere was, this guy's a very bubbly person. He's someone that everybody knows in the area. So the moment we got to his house, I got to the door, and then one of his aunties that stayed with them, dragged me inside, was telling me that, what did I say? I showed them the call log. I said, he called me. This is his number. This number called me this morning. Look at all the missed calls. This was 7 to 8 missed calls. I said, all of these numbers called me this morning. I refused to take this call because I was angry about what happened yesterday. That's why I refused to take the calls. These numbers called me this morning. And the mother started. This woman held my clothes and she was shouting, why did I not go? Why did I not go and see him? Why did I? You know, when you're trying to look for who to blame, I was the scapegoat there. If not for my friend who was there with me, she would have beaten the hell out of me that day. The noise. If not for my friend who was there with me, she would have beaten the hell out of me that day. She held me. People were shouting, you would have gone. You don't love him. You don't like him. Why you not go? You would have gone. You would have thrown sand. You would have thrown sand at him. You would have done this. I didn't even know that he was late. I didn't know. I did not know. I feel like if I had known, he wouldn't have called me. That's what I sincerely feel. If he knows that I knew he was late, excuse me, he wouldn't have called me. But because I didn't know, I was just clouded with anger. I didn't bother to go and everything. And that was why he was able to call. This man kept on shouting at me. She said she was hurling all kinds of insults at me. She said a lot. I couldn't even cry because I was in shock. I spoke to this person. This person was begging me this morning. So when I remember this thing, sometimes before, it was very difficult for me to tell the story. I couldn't say what happened for a long time. It was difficult to get into a new relationship. It was difficult to talk to people. I was numb for a really long time. I was very numb. So it was the neighbors, people around, that eventually dragged me out of there. So they told me to take a bike and start going home immediately. So I and my friend, we boarded this bike and we went to the house. I literally just collapsed. You see that number? I kept on calling that number for about a year to see if by chance I was going to get him again, but I couldn't. And one thing I didn't do, which I would have done, was to go to the market to actually get the gift from the woman. But you know, when I was filled with guilt, I felt so guilty, and it took a lot of convincing to let me finally understand that I didn't do anything bad. I probably would have just kept my anger in check, found out what was wrong with him before reacting, and I didn't do any of those things. 2 months later, a friend was saying, oh, she would go to the store to see if she can pick up the gifts from the woman, but I didn't even bother. I didn't bother. So anyway, ladies, let's just try to always keep our anger in check. Find out what's up with them. If they don't reach out to you, instead of being angry and ignoring, the best thing to do is to first make sure they're okay. Anyway, that's it. Bye.